Hi everyone and happy Christmas. Welcome to Yoga with Heini. I'm Heini and this week I'm going to lead you through a short practice for this festive period when we're maybe sitting a lot, eating a lot. So we're going to do a short practice lying down to help the digestion and just getting a bit of gentle movement into the body. Let's get started. For this practice, kind of a block or a small cushion, a pillow, would be quite handy prop. So have it somewhere next to your mat, next to your practice space, and then come lie down. So we're going to do the whole practice lying down to counter that sitting and eating. First, find an easy pose where you can have your knees bent, and then slowly start to walk your feet wider apart. So if you have a mat, you could bring your feet all the way to the edges of the mat, a bit wider than your hips maybe. And then lean the knees, lean the thighs inwards against each other. If that feels painful, if you feel that you're forcing your legs, then walk the feet back closer in. But the intention is to let the hips rotate inwards. And then we're going to create an open shape in the upper body. So bring arms into a cactus shape, creating an open shape in the chest, in the shoulders. And now we're going to stay here for about 5 breaths, encouraging the breath to move to the chest, out to the ribs. So focus on breathing maybe a bit more to that upper torso, but really let the ribs move and try to keep the neck, try to keep the shoulders soft. You might feel a bit of a stretch on the outside of the thighs, the outside of the hips, buttocks. Just make sure it's not hurting. But it's also very fine if you don't feel a stretch. You can just let the legs lean against each other in a relaxed, resting manner. Give yourself another breath here, in and out. And then we're going to reverse this shape. So first, walk the feet closer together. And then bring soles of the feet either together or almost together. They don't have to touch, but opening legs into a butterfly shape. And then hug your arms around the chest. So now, creating that open shape in the hips, in the lower body, and closing the chest, closing the arms. And then we start to send the breaths more down to the belly area. Maybe breathing all the way down to the bottom of the pelvis, to your pelvic floor. And here as well, we'll take about 5 breaths in and out. And just like with the previous shape, if this doesn't feel good in the knees or in the hips, let yourself adjust the shape. The feet could be closer to the pelvis, or you might slide your feet further down along the mat, away from the hips. Keep breathing all the way down towards the belly. Another breath or 2 in and out here. Breathing down towards that digestive tract. Breathing down where the digestion might be working quite hard. And then slowly again, start from the legs, closing the hips. And then release your arms. You bring them down next to the sides. And then we're going to bring or hug the knees into the belly, into the chest. You could even gently pull them closer. And now we're going to move the hips, but also very gently massage the belly area with our legs. Bring right hand to right knee and left hand to left knee. And then inhale, guiding with the hands, open the hips. So rotate the hips open, knees go out to the sides. And circle the knees away from the chest. Then exhale, close the legs and hug the knees in towards the chest. Same again. Inhale, open the hips, circle the legs away from the chest. And exhale, close the hips, hug them towards the belly. Another 2 rounds with your own breath. Circling the legs, open them, closing, and gently pulling them towards the belly. One more time this way. Keep breathing in and out. And then reverse the direction. So now inhale the knees away from the chest. Open the legs. And exhale, bring them towards the chest, closing the hips. Inhale, legs move away from the chest, the hips open. Exhale, close the legs towards the chest. Another 2 rounds, and you can let your whole pelvis move. I personally feel some movement in the lower back as well, so don't feel that you need to press the back onto the mat. You can let the whole pelvis move. And the next time when you bring your knees and keep them there, hug the knees into the chest. Breathe in and out. And then release the feet onto the mat. Keep the knees bent, your legs about hip width apart. And arms down next to the sides. We'll come into a moving bridge. So now opening more in the front line. As you inhale, lift your pelvis, your back off the mat. Bring arms up towards the ceiling and then over the head. Bring arms next to the head, opening the front line. As you exhale, release everything back down. So arms come back down next to the sides. The pelvis, the back come down on the mat. Same again. Slow, long in-breath, everything lifting up into the bridge pose. Arm extend next to the head. And then exhale, release everything back down where we started from. Pelvis to back. Come down to the mat. Once more. Press down through the feet. Inhale, lift the pelvis, lift the back off the mat. Arms extend next to the head, opening the whole front line, the belly area. And then exhale, release back down. Arms come back down next to the sides. And from here, hug your right knee in towards the chest. And then extend your left leg all the way down to the mat, to the floor. We're going to come into our first twist. So now, bring your left hand to the outside of your right leg. Leave your chest open. Inhale. Exhale, cross the right leg to the left side of the mat. Open the right arm, the right shoulder, maybe another cactus shape. Or you can extend the right arm. Now, we don't need to push the right knee to the mat. You can either keep it off the mat, or if you have a block pillow there, you can bring that prop under the right knee. In a way, elevate the floor to your leg, so you still have some support under the leg. Whichever way feels better for you now. So if you prefer just kind of hanging the leg in the air, that's very fine, as long as it doesn't hurt in the back. Or use the floor or use the prop under your leg. But allow that nice big twist through the whole body, from your right leg all the way to that right arm. You might even turn the head to one side or the other if you want. Take another full breath in and out. And then as you exhale, release the twist. Bring the right knee back into the chest. You can pause there to breathe. Hug the knee in. And then exhale. Change the legs the other way round. So now bring left knee into the chest. Extend the right leg. And if you used a prop in that twist on the first side, you might want to use it on the second side as well. So bring your prop to your right side. Inhale, bring right hand to the outside of your left leg. And then exhale, slowly cross the left leg to the right side of the mat. Opening the chest. Maybe even opening the left arm out to the left side. Now, I have my block under the left leg. I quite like the support. But you can choose to either just keep the left knee up in the air, or you can bring it all the way down to the floor. If that feels good for you, your leg might come all the way down to the floor. And breathe to the chest. Breathe down to the belly. The right hand could rest on the left leg to support the leg if it feels good. Again, you might turn head to one side or the other, either to left or right. Take another breath in and out. And then slowly exhale. Release the twist. Bring the left knee into the chest, into the belly. And now hug both knees in. Couple of breaths in and out. You might rock a bit from side to side if you want. And from here, we're going to come into another bridge. And this is now supported bridge. So bring your feet down onto the mat. Again, maybe about hip width apart. And for this, reach for your prop. It could be your block, it could be your pillow. And then inhale. Press down through the feet to lift your pelvis, your back off the floor, off the mat. And now slide your prop under the pelvis. I suggest keeping it quite low, but if you want, you might fold your pillow or you might turn your block sideways if you want to be a bit higher up in your supported bridge. I'll keep it a bit lower down. So now you could either stay here with your knees bent, but let your pelvis rest on top of that support. Or the other option would be to extend your legs, sliding heels, sliding feet along the mat, along the floor. This is potentially a bit stronger on the back, but at the same time, it gives a bigger opening along the front line. If it hurts in the back, then better keep the knees bent. You choose. And if you want, you could bring arms again over the head like we did in that moving bridge. Or you could cactus the arms like we did in the very beginning. So you choose where you want your arms to be. We stay here about 5 breaths. So creating again opening along the front side, but now with the support, it's hopefully a bit more relaxed bridge. You can release the buttocks, you can release the legs. And let the breaths move all the way down towards the belly, all the way down to the chest. So full breaths in and out. If you have decided to extend the legs, but at some point you start to feel that that's too strong on your back now, you could halfway through decide to bend the knees. That's very, very fine. Take another breath or two in and out. And breathing all the way down towards the belly, to that digestive area. And then, if you have your legs straight, bend your knees, step the feet on the mat. If you have arms higher up, then bring your arms down. And then elevate your pelvis off your pillow or off your block and pull that prop aside so that you can bring your back, bring your pelvis down to the floor. Again, hug the knees into the chest, rock a bit from side to side. And then we'll have one more twist for our practice. Now, from lying down on the back, roll down onto your right side. Keep both knees bent, and you could bring your block, your pillow under the head if you want. We're going to start from here, lying down on the side. So if you feel that your shoulders, neck gets squished here, then bring a support under the head and extend both arms in front of you. And now we're going to move through the upper body into the twist. With your next in-breath, open the left arm up to the ceiling, open chest up to the ceiling, and release the left arm behind you. So you're in a full twist. With the next out breath, close the chest, close the arms all the time, keeping legs on the side of the mat. Same again. With the in-breath, open the left arm, open the chest up to the ceiling. And then with the next out breath, close the left arm, close the chest. We'll do this once more. Inhale, open your chest up to the ceiling. Reach the left arm behind you and then stay here a few breaths. Keeping legs on the right side, keeping arms in this open T shape. Another breath in and out. And the next exhalation. Again, close the arms, close the chest. And if you have a support under the head, you could leave it there as we roll onto our back. So it's like a pillow under the head. And now, excuse me, I'm going to turn my back to you as we come into that twist on the other side. So come lie down on your left side. Bend the knees in front of you on the left side of the mat. Extend the arms in front of you. You can bring your palms touching. From there, as you inhale, open your chest and reach right arm up. Right arm comes behind you, so you find yourself in a twist. Then exhale, close the chest, close the arms. Again, you might bring palms touching in front of you. Same again. Inhale, reach right arm up, open the chest up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, close the chest. Bring your palms back together. One more time. Inhale, open the chest. Bring right arm in a way behind you, in a way next to you on the right side. And then as you exhale, close the chest. Bring palms back together. And then let's come into that longer twist. So once more, open the chest, right arm reaching up, out to the right side, and stay here a few breaths. Keeping the chest open, keeping the knees on your left side. Breathe in and out. And then from this side, leave your chest open and slowly slide onto your back. Bring the legs back to the center. If you have something under the head, Move that something aside. And then just a few times, swing the knees, swing the legs from side to side. If you want, you have an option here to stay resting, lying down on the back, maybe extending the legs, so taking time in a full Shavasana pose. Or if you prefer, you could also end your practice in a seat. So you decide, either stay lying down on the back or slowly find your way up into a seat. Where would you like to take a moment and keep this as an easy pose? A few breaths in and out. If it's part of your practice, you could bring your palms together in front of the chest. And then, as always, thank yourself for taking this moment to practice, to feel into your body, to feel into your breath now during this festive period. And I thank you very much for joining in, for sharing this time together. Namaste. Thank you. Good. Thank you so much for joining in, and once again, happy Christmas to everybody. If you enjoyed this practice, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Also, if you know someone who might need this practice, who might enjoy this practice, please share the video with them. It really helps the channel to grow. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.